Peace and Black Power, family. Black Power. Come to you with a little message. You know what time it is. You know how it goes. Come with some truth and light, in hopes of empowering, our people and making us think. I was presented with something today which was not my first time being presented with this type of situation or response. But since I'm making the videos and increasing my video archive of information to share with the family in accordance to how I move to do so, I come before you now, following my spirit and my intuition, according to how it's telling me and beckoning me to move. I started my day off this morning, of course, giving thanks, for existence. Try to always awake in a state of gratitude, in a state of thanksgiving, to try to, raise my energy and make sure it is at the level it needs to be at before I fully start moving around, and most definitely before I step out into the vicious, malicious, insidious, and all of the issues, that could go in there world. But I met a brother today, and I was speaking with him, trying to kick some knowledge, trying to build, and have a cipher with him, and just running it down to him on this white supremacy system, as far as what time it is and what time it always has been. And why do I say what time it is and the time it always has been? Is because due to the events of the day, many people think that racism or white supremacy left, and that it is only beginning to rear its head again. So it's never left, and this is one of the points that I want to build on and point out. This white supremacy system has always been in motion, always been in effect, always been alive. It never has went anywhere. The only thing that has changed is the terrain or the environment, meaning how the plan or the play is executed. That's it. But the field is still the same. They just propped up a couple things on the field that altered its appearance, but the field is the same. It's no different than me sharing a liquid or a drink with you, and I poured the liquid in two different cups, one cup being clean, the other one being filthy. Nothing has changed. The only thing has changed is the appearance of the drink, but the drink is still the same drink. So as a people, we have only been served the same drink, the same dish, and the same food, but the platter changed. But the platter has changed. And the white man understood and knew our psychology because they study us. They study us. And they knew that all it would take is for many of us is just the changing of the landscape, and we would buy into the so-called American dream and buy into the so-called belief of making it, or reaching a new destination, or reaching a level of acceptance, or being in what they love to call a post-racial world or society. But I'm here to tell you that that is straight outright baloney. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Racism has never went nowhere. The only thing that have happened, and I'm going to use our goddess Assata Shakur as an example. Okay? An outlaw. When you are on the run, they don't forget about you. When you're on the run, they don't forget about you. You know what I'm saying? So the black man, in a way, is almost like an outlaw or a cold case. You understand? This is how we are treated and have been treated. What am I saying? I am telling you that the only thing that have happened is that an outlaw, when he is on the run for so long, and they really want you, and they really, really want you, they increase the price or the bounty on your head. And that is what is happening right now. The bounty has been increased on our heads in the same light that it went from $1 million bounty for Assata Shakur to a $2 million bounty. Okay? It's the same formula. And Assata Shakur is a good example, because that's just not a physical attack on her, but that is an attack and symbolism of the targeting of the whole nation. That's what it is. But back to the dialogue that I was speaking on. I'm running everything down that I can to this brother about this wicked beast and this white supremacy system, the times that we are in, the direction that we are going, as far as the zeitgeist, or the spirit of the time, and what is to come for the black family. And it's going to get worse. Okay? And so I'm breaking it down to him. He's bearing witness that we as a black family is at war. Okay? So I give him my card. Like, brother, stay in touch with me. Get at me. I'm here. I'm in the cities. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to build. Stay in touch with me. Hit me up on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be available. Whatever it is, let's try to come together and do something. I'm here for you. I'm your brother. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. But I also had some handouts too, from an excerpt from my book titled Crime is Not Impartial. And in this particular writing, I'm pointing out the systematic racism involving the prison system and incarceration, and some other things I'm pointing out in there. But just to make a long story short, he gave me the paper back. He wanted me to take the paper back because he said that he don't participate in stuff like this. He said straight out, he said, I don't participate in stuff like this. And so the point is, what I stressed to him was that the game is on and the game is being played. This is the way that society and the world works. We are in a war. And rather you decide to participate, be a participant in the game or not, that does not stop the game from being played. That does not stop the game from being played. But by getting in the game choosing to be an active, but by getting in the game, choosing to be an active participant, you at least give yourself half a chance, because you can combat back, you can strike back, you can duck, parry, slip. You know what I'm saying? You know how to move. You can anticipate. You just don't have to get hit. You don't have to take blows. You know what I'm saying? You can direct your fortune, so to say, in a sense. If you know a flood is coming, you may not stop the flood. But if you are paying attention to the times and the signs of your environment, you can offset the damage. You can minimize it. Okay? By being in tune and getting that and being proactive, you can set your bags up. You can set your sandbags up to redirect the flow or current of water. And you can save some things. That's damage control. And you can save some things. But when you just totally opt out of the game and say, I don't participate in that, I don't involve myself in that, then you ain't doing nothing but strictly setting yourself up for the slaughter. You are setting yourself up for the slaughter without any resistance. Huh? And see, as a people, as an African people, we are naturally warriors. We are naturally fighters, especially in causes of righteousness. You see what I'm saying? So, it's about being proactive and active. Whether you choose to participate or not, the game is still going to be played. The game is still on. There is no pause button. There is no stop button on white supremacy. No pause, no stop button on white supremacy. Whether you choose to participate or play or get down or not, it doesn't matter. The game is still on. So I explained to the brother, you're participating or not, it doesn't change anything. Because whether you choose to participate or not, it doesn't change the reality. It does not make it go away. It does not make it irrelevant. Your lack of participation or participation, but most definitely a lack of participation, doesn't make it go away. It does not make it irrelevant. It does not change or alter the reality. So the reality is, whether you participating or playing or being proactive in it or not, it doesn't matter, because the game is the game. White supremacy does not stop. Okay? Whether you choose to participate or not, we are still a target. You're still a target. Now, with me having the spirit that I have, and I explained to him, listen, as a soldier, the first thing you do when you go out in that field, before you go out into that field, you're sent out on what is called a reconnaissance mission. A reconnaissance mission, which is the gathering and collecting of information and data, so that when you do step out on the terrain, you increase your chances of survival. Okay? So the ammunition and the arsenal that we need to have fully stocked is knowledge, is information. Okay? And the raising of our energy. Okay? Yes, we believe in a physical weapon, but also as Africans, we are supposed to be in tune with nature. Okay? And in tune with our energy, and we know that our energy, our aura that we emit, we know that that's where our protection comes from. The energy and force field that you develop and have around your being, repels, and it will protect. And it does protect. I passed all this along to the brother. The brother was like, well, I'm out here now trying to survive. I was like, what? Trying to get $1? He was like, yeah, I'm trying to get some money. I said, okay, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Because physically we do need that on a mundane level. We need that. I know you got to eat. You feel me? I got to eat. You know what I'm saying? I most definitely know that. But I explained to him. I broke it down. Say, that's good. I know what you want. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the money is not going to save your ass. The money is not going to save your ass. You know, so I went to speaking to him about the mind and the spirit. You know, I shot a little bit of that in on him. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully he will come back and let it turn over in his mind, and he'll come back to it. But the money is not going to save your ass. Acquiring money does not equal survival. Okay? It's a part of it, but it does not equal survival. Money is not necessarily going to keep the white man off our ass. We do need it. I'm not talking against it, because I understand it. But it's not going to keep them off our ass, the money. Okay? The real money or currency that protects us is the currency that runs through our body. Currency is energy. Okay? In a European capitalist system, they know this and they understand this. Okay? The real currency and where the currency comes from, dealing with the physical money, it comes from the currency in relation to energy. Okay? And as Africans, that's what it's about. It's about the energy, cultivating that energy, raising our energy, and creating that force field of protection. And it does protect. It does protect. How do you think our ancestors conquered and beat back the stronger nations that they was fighting against, that had better weaponry than them, and many times had way more men than them? But yet our people still was victorious and successful and conquered them. And it was not due to the physical weapon. We do need it, but the energy, it's the energy and the aura that protected them and does play a role. I'm going to read a little something from this book in relation to military strategy, just to authenticate and further emphasize the points that I'm stressing. This comes from Mastering the Art of War. This is Mastering the Art of War. Okay, I want y'all to see this good. This is Mastering the Art of War. Okay, and this was edited by Thomas Cleary. Mastering the Art of War. You look at the cover. What do we see on the cover? I deal with signs and symbols. And on this cover, a good example that I could use to give you a good illustration for my football fans out there, you can see the sign and the symbol. You can see the zoo type of the falcon or the hawk that you see on the Seahawks helmet. Okay, and you see the symbolism in a whole bunch of other places, but this is dealing with Heru. Okay, this is Horus right there on that cover. Okay, and the way that we raise our energy and get this our energy going and increase our force field is knowledge. Okay, knowledge is light. Heru or Horus represents light. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off into the section from this book, and this is a spin-off from The Art of War from Sun Tzu, but it goes into a deeper exegesis of it. And this is taken from the section titled Psychological Configurations. Psychological Configurations. Some generals are brave and think lightly of death. Some are hasty and impulsive Some are greedy and materialistic. Some are humane but lack endurance. Some are intelligent but timid. Some are intelligent but easygoing at heart. Those who are brave and think lightly of death are vulnerable to assault. Those who are hasty and impulsive are vulnerable to delay. Those who are greedy and materialistic are vulnerable to loss. Those who are humane but lack endurance are vulnerable to fatigue. Those who are intelligent but timid are vulnerable to pressure. Those who are intelligent but easygoing are vulnerable to sudden attack. I may need to read it again. I'm going to read it one more time. This is coming from a heading or a portion in the book that is titled Psychological Configuration. I'm going to read that one more time, family, because that was real deep. Some generals are brave and think lightly of death. Some are hasty and impulsive. Some are greedy and materialistic. Some are humane but lack endurance. Some are intelligent but timid. Some are intelligent but easygoing at heart. Those who are brave and think lightly of death are vulnerable to assault. Those who are hasty and impulsive are vulnerable to delay. Those who are greedy and materialistic are vulnerable to loss. Those who are humane but lack endurance are vulnerable to fatigue. Those who are intelligent but timid are vulnerable to pressure. Those who are intelligent but easygoing are vulnerable to sudden attack. What is the difference between all of these people and their attributes and their states? The distinguishing factor is each person's energy. The distinguishing factor is each person's energy. That's what it is. It is their energy. So through the raising and checking of our energy, we create a protection and a defense around ourselves. Okay? And so, as the African people, the raising of the energy is very, very important. And the way that we raise our energy and change the frequency of our thinking is through new knowledge. It is through information. That is one of the avenues that stimulates and activate man. Okay? We have the learning through experience. Okay? What they like to call, associate with being empirical, trial and error. Okay? We have experience. Okay? We also have visual. We have visual. Alright? And we also have what I would define as the introspective learning. The introspective cultivation, which is done through meditation, contemplation, reflecting, okay? Going and looking within. Those are the three mediums. Those are the three mediums right there. But it's all about energy. All that exists is energy. And this energy is a language. The energy is the language in itself. Various different forms of communication, various different forms of language, besides that what comes out of our larynx and out of our mouths. Okay? The energy itself is a language. Okay? Sound, the ability to hear, it's a language. Speaking audibly out the mouth, all of it, it is a language. And the energy, it speaks. Our aura, as it comes off our body, it speaks. It has this mode of communicating. Okay? Because we have to remember that sound is energy, and energy is sound. Everything, all that exists is energy. Nothing is possible without energy. Okay? No way around it. But we have to understand that, have that base of understanding in the relation of the energy, because we think it's for nothing. We don't think that it's a purpose to it. Some of us just don't grasp it and get it. But the energy communicates. Prime example. You may get ready to, let's say, ask your mom, ask your mother something. Ask one of your parents something. That's your intention when you set out. But as soon as you physically get within your parent realm, before they say anything and you say anything, you observe they move. You feel their energy, and you take in their energy, and that makes you conclude or say, you know what, now is not a good time, I don't need it, I'm just going to come back. You don't tell them that. You may just walk away. Or you may just say, never mind. You know, but you don't never get to what it is you set out to do or you intended to do, because as you got within their realm and proximity of their space, you felt that energy and just knew it would be best to turn away. Okay, that's an example of the energy communicating and being a language, family. So that's what it is. But the underlying, what I want you to remember is, whether you participate or don't participate, that does not change the game from playing. White supremacy don't got no pause button. It ain't got no stop button. Okay? If anything, and it ain't got no fast forward button. If anything, the only button it got is rewind. Because as many times as they can run the same damn play and do the same thing over and over and over again, that's what they gonna do. That's what they gonna do. So this white supremacy is deep. It's deep, but it's simple though. It's deep and simple at the same time. The only thing we got to do is unlock and open our minds and raise this energy, family. We got to come back home to our practices more than ever. That's the only thing I can stress, and that's what I'm moved to stress. It's July 8th, and prior to July 8th, I probably only had just as many videos out that I have made altogether this week. You know, I stayed away from making the videos. Didn't give a damn about making the videos. I got 3 books published, and making videos probably help bring awareness to my books and sell my books. But my books have been out going on 3 and 4 years. Not all of them, but beginning with the first one to the last one, I done had books out there for almost 4 years. So with me, it's not about the money. I'm not money motivated or driven, even though I need it myself. with me, it's always been about the people and the dissemination of the information and trying to empower and trying to let my life be a symbol. But now I'm moved to make the videos. But now I've been inspired to make the videos and was encouraged to make them by my brother out there, who, I'm not going to put his name out there, but we spent a lot of intimate and close time together bonding when I was in Milwaukee for bringing it back to black. You know, but it is what it is though, fam. I'm about to get ready to go. I just wanted to give y'all that message and let y'all know what time it is. What's up? It's time to raise up this energy, because that's our protection. That's our protection. And this shirt right here, it says the return of the golden race. We are our ancestors. So much in us is lying dormant, ready to be waking up. With that, family, I leave you. Black power, peace, and you know, it's all about survival. That's what it's about. All about survival. And we got to be proactive and active. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, family.